84 steps from the Three Broomsticks junction to the eastern bend. 112 more to the rise where the gates finally come into view. Thank Merlin, the students were manageable. That is the word Minerva would use. I prefer endurance trial. Loud, careless, sticky with sugar and youthful vitality. I can still smell peppermint whiz-bangs and the desperate cloying scent of prepubescent freedom. Someone approaches with purpose. Someone heading toward a task rather than away from one. Oh, I see. One of the witches employed at Gladrags. No doubt sent like an offering to appease the staff's sudden, frantic need for hemlines and sleeve lengths. I tilt my head in a subtle but obvious nod of acknowledgement. Miss, you are walking with intent. I mean to say, you are expected? Professor Vector, I presume. She is notoriously enthusiastic about ornate buttons. Yes, she would be. You have sharp eyes to have spotted me in this gloom, or perhaps just poor luck. Both. Honest. I suppose that is a rarity these days. You wish to accompany me the rest of the way. I suppose I have no grounds to forbid it. The path is wide enough. You don't interrupt. You don't offer platitudes. It is quieter than one would expect once the shouting stops, a specific kind of silence, the kind that only exists after noise. Once the students wander far enough ahead to let the wind carry their shrieks away. I don't usually talk this much. Do not feel compelled to report this lapse in character to the village at large. It would complicate things. I would prefer to keep my reputation for being insufferable intact. Yes, I am. Excessively. I suppose you are spared the worst of the students on these trips. Few students find the racks of the robe shop more enticing than the sweet-lined shelves of honeydukes. My robes? You work with fabric all day, cut, fit, alteration. I imagine one develops an eye. They have not changed, no, not in years, decades perhaps. I see no practical advantage in novelty. Cloth need only serve its purpose, warmth, coverage, authority. I have never understood the compulsion to embellish oneself for its own sake. Excess trim, decorative fastenings, statements. I am not a man who requires announcing. Still, I confess I am mildly surprised you noticed at all. Most do not look closely. They see only black and assume monotony, which is sufficient, useful even. But you are observant. That is not common. The robes are well made. They have endured. That should be enough. Here we are. The castle's threshold. If your measurements require you to remain at the castle late into the evening, if you require an escort in the dark, that is to say, if the circumstances allow for it, you may find me in my office, and I would accept the task. Yes, I would like that as well. Social outreach, unacceptable improvement.